Vermont is a very low educated fucking state. And the people that work for the Vermont State Police, well, their level of education is a whole lot fucking lower than most. Okay. So when I tell you that, just mind you, if you're going to be a carpenter, you have to go to like 4,500 hours of course to fucking pound nails, but you can go to a 400-hour class perhaps to become a fucking badge wearing, knife swindling, bullet swinging, club bouncing fucking pig for Vermont State Police. And so when I tell you that, I'm going to throw out the names. Rio Robillard, he was a detective. And why did he receive my children through the state of Vermont? Just like Jansen Wilhoit, who is now a public defender, but was a state representative after he went to prison and claimed rape in Kentucky for embezzling millions of dollars from elderly clients and says he doesn't owe them a thing. Okay? And then you got Vincent Aluzzi. I've got audio recording from a girl named Holly, as well as I've got proof through pictures of Vincent Aluzzi, the state's attorney, former senator for the state of Vermont, Essex County, Guildhall, friends with Jeff Noyce, ex-chief of police, who had a wife that died before the status conference back in August. Okay? And he was found, and he even admitted to having sex with underage girls, but he's still today, March 6, 2024, Department of Justice, bail and bondsman until 2028 because nobody in the state of Vermont, because of Department of Justice that he is, straight to the fucking Washington, D.C., folks. That's why he hasn't gotten set for trial yet. That's why he's still out there committing fucking crimes. That's why my phone gets interfered. That's why my daughter went missing. That's why Kayla Wright's dead. I got those messages loud and clear. I got it the first time when I had a voicemail back in 2021, the day after Thanksgiving, from Vermont State Police telling me to make a decision on my daughter's life, to save it or not. She was found in a sex trafficking ring. Orlando Regional Medical Center, verbally mute for 5 weeks. I've got that report too. I got all the information. So, Mark Pelham, you ice cream scooping motherfucker, that's all you did before you became a detective in Derby Barracks, Vermont State Police, as well as what did you ever do, Daniel Lynch? I still got the statement. I'm going to read it later. Later this evening, when I finally get to my destination right outside of Washington, D.C., I'm going to read it all on the streets in front of everybody. That's right. I'm going to call your name out loud over the microphone, and I'm reading the statement that you wrote about me when you came to my home with a what? With a fucking search warrant? What were you looking for? Mike Hatton's drugs that he was planting every time that he'd say that he was coming to check for bed bugs? There was never a fucking bed bug in the third floor of that apartment where I resided. But there was a whole lot of fucking drugs coming in and out of that building. And still, I got pictures, I got audio recordings, and I got statements of every motherfucking thing I'm telling you. I filed lawsuits. Look it up. Justia on Google. Brighton Elementary School, as well as Crossan versus Brighton Island Pond, Vermont, Department of Health and Human Services, Department of Children and Family Services, and you'll see the names that are involved. Jeff Noyce, being the ex-chief of police I just mentioned, who was sexually assaulting the girls. I requested an investigation into all of it, into the 2007 underground sex trafficking case. That's right. I named Amy Basari Leclerc. I named Jeff Noyce. I named Jeff Hare. I named Mary Hare. I named Judy Costongue. I named Miss Gervais, Jocelyn Gervais. I named Kevin Bickford. I named a lot of people. That's right. I named Michael Knox, the former principal. And then I gave names of witnesses. Billy Joe Bone, Kelly Sandville, uh, Claire Deslandis. It seems funny. He keeps on getting out of all the drug charges. He got caught with almost 1,600 bags of heroin going down the highway by Springfield, Mass. Now, mind you, Michael Hatton is from Springfield, Mass. I get the messages from Kayla's other side of the family telling me that Michael Hatton, Kevin, Ghost, and a few others. I turned that all into WCAX and a whole lot more. I turned it into Washington, D.C. in writing, and now I'm going to hand deliver it to everybody on the streets from one end of the nation to the other. Because you all need to know that's not cool. Human trafficking, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, and all of these people from Massachusetts that are getting busted for drugs coming back from Springfield, Mass, are going too. There's no fucking connection. Why is it that Daniel Lynch, Vermont State Derby Barracks, is always involved in this shit? He knows these girls very well. He knows all of the names that I just gave you very well. What about Orleans County? Sheriff Harlow. Jennifer Harlow. What happened to my daughter's car? It was used in a shooting. Who was the shooter? And why is my daughter's car burned on her way to court against Vincent Aluzzi? How did Kevin Bickford get custody of my grandson when he's been turned in many times to the police and to DCF and DHS? For one, he was having sex with my daughter underage. Had I known it then, he probably wouldn't exist today. Just saying. I don't know if he would or not. But back then, I had more people in my life, and my people are now deceased. So I have to take matters into my own hands in the civil matter because they wouldn't have been very civil about it. You see, they were ones that went to prison for murder and owned clubs, and they owned women, and they owned the carnival business. It's called the mafia. Isn't that right? And they all roll together. Every carnival business is related. The row. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Every time you feed that game a couple dollars, you're feeding the owners of the carnival to human traffic, sex traffic, and drug traffic up and down. Kids go missing, women getting beat and raped. That's right. And any of you that go to the carnivals, you're in support of it. I don't care if it's a festival called the Strawberry Fest in Plant City, Florida, or Skowhegan Fair in Skowhegan, Maine. They're all fucking drug trafficking, sex trafficking, pigs. And if you don't believe it, keep on listening. Thank you. Share it because you're going to hear more. Tonight, I'm going to share with you the photos, the statements that are notarized, and proof of the emails, everybody that received them, and all the information that's being hidden. Have a great day.